Saqib, let's start with the team first. First away series victory for England in 2 years. How's the group feeling?
Yeah, good. Obviously, I had a short time in there, but I think to get over the line, it was a bit niggly at the back end. I didn't really want to put my pads on inside, so look, really happy to, we've come together quite well, and we've played a good brand of cricket out here, which is what we want, and for it to have paid off and 3-0 so far in 3 games is a nice feeling.
Everyone told us that St Lucia is a batting paradise, to expect loads of runs. We've just seen 2 good batting teams kind of struggle to get to 150. England squeaked over by 3 wickets. What's happened today? Has it been difficult batting conditions? Have 2 teams bowled well? What was the story of the match?
I mean, I know I've got my match, but to be honest, I thought it was a pretty good wicket. We chat up top, and me and Joff were chatting, and it felt like a good wicket. It wasn't like the other day where there was a lot of swing in the air and movement off the wicket, so we just had to pull our lengths back a little bit and just adapt, and they were coming, and we obviously kept our own and picked up the early wicket, so I think that just naturally slows it down. But I never thought it was going to be an easy chase, just with the dew factor, and the outfield felt really slow, so you weren't really getting value for your shots as such. But yeah, to get over in the line in the end was nice.
On the outfield, it was very wet at the start of play. We're kind of standing in a bit of a beach in the corners at the moment. Did you guys feel it was safe to play? Were you happy to get going?
I didn't think we were going to play, to be honest, but I think obviously, we spoke and we all bought into obviously taking it on and playing, and obviously just being smart around the boundary rope. But yeah, luckily for both sides to come off with no casualties and to get a pretty decent game on in the end, it paid off, I suppose.
You had one kind of, I'd call it a quarter chance early on in the innings where the ball went up over to you, I think, deep mid-wicket, and didn't want to put in a dive. Is that kind of being just sensible with your own kind of body?
I didn't think I was going to get there anyway, to be honest, but I think after the last game I had a bit of a scare, and I will always put my body on the line, but I think looking at this outfield, it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. I probably wasn't going to get there anyway, but yeah, looking at how that went last game and the amount of turf I ripped out, yeah, it could have ended badly.
From a personal perspective, you've taken 8 wickets in the power play across this series. I'm going to try and get this stat right. That's the most by an England fast bowler or any England player across a T20 series ever in history. England have had kind of problems taking power play wickets in the recent past. What do you think's clicked for you on an individual level this series?
Look, I think obviously for me personally, when I've played in the past, it's always, I haven't played for a while now, but I felt like I was always keeping someone else's spot warm, and it was probably the case. There were guys ahead of me, and I'd get a go, and that was at the back of my mind. So you always have that fear of failure a little bit more. Whereas with this, I felt like it's my own spot, and I can express myself and always look to take the aggressive option instead of trying to play it safe. And by having that aggressive mindset, which is what we want as a bowling group, it's paid off for me. So I suppose that's what I put it down to. But look, T20 cricket, it never always works that way. I felt like I bowled well against Australia, and probably didn't walk away with the rewards that I'd like, but that's the game, and hopefully I'm paying dividends for that now.
You and Jofra formed a really good partnership at the top of the innings. You both bowled through the power play. You've also been bowling to some amazing fields, 2 slips, short leg, cover left open. How much fun is it kind of bowling to those attacking fields in T20 cricket?
I think you obviously have to earn the right to be able to get to that. We've obviously picked up the wickets to then be able to do that. But in terms of my partnership with Joff, I've really enjoyed it. We've spent a lot of time together rehabbing and on the sides, and all of that stuff. So to finally get out there, we played our first game together in Southampton in the summer after over 4 years of being in squads together. So sort of now to regularly be playing together and taking that new ball, it's something we always spoke about when we were injured, but to be doing it now, it's good fun.
And just finally, Joss Buttler said coming into this series that he really wanted to find this period of his career rewarding and to kind of come back with a new renewed energy and enjoyment. Have you found that as a player, that he's kind of come back with a bigger buzz, and kind of how's his captaincy been over the last 3 matches? I've
really enjoyed it. Even today there were a couple of times where I got a wicket and I turned to Joss. We were having a chat about a couple of things, and we'd speak about something and then it'd pay off, and I'd kind of look at him. I think at one stage I told him, you might as well tell me what to bowl every ball, because he actually told me to bowl the short ball to Hetmeyer at the time, and that paid off. So I've really enjoyed it. Even at the death the other day, he kind of just left me to it, and I quite like that. Is you just get left to what you want to do, and you think clearly. You probably chat with some guys, but yeah, his captaincy has been amazing. He's obviously been in the outfield, so I don't know how that has an effect on him, but yeah, the camp's good at the moment. We've obviously won 3-0 so far. Hopefully try and get the whitewash over the weekend, and yeah, good spirits.
Zach, thanks very much.
Thank you.